All right, what's up, traders? First of all, look at that wide angle, brand new lens. Oh, that's kind of trippy, isn't it? That's super cool. I absolutely love it. Gonna have some fun with this thing. It's another time to have a class in wokefulness. You know, other people practice mindfulness. We practice wokefulness on this channel, getting to the most woke level you can be. All right, enough of that, enough of the jokes. This video is going to be about finding profitable strategies. Now, there's a number of ways to do this, guys, and it's very, very simple. As always, things are very simple. You break things down logically. You can actually think about this without kind of having all panicky and not knowing exactly what to do. Very, very simple. And I'm going to show you guys one here that was very unexpected, that I have been able to find a potential profitable system, and I've done this a number of times just trading normally, and it just comes across very easily, and then you can add it to your system. You don't have to go out of your way looking for these things, but there are a number of different ways to find profitable systems. So let's dive into it. Let's go. Right, guys, there's essentially three ways that I can think of that you could create a profitable system. So make sure you kind of watch to the end there. I'm going to show you the unexpected way at the very end there. We're going to start off with a more obvious approach here. You know, the very simple, you already know somebody who is profitable and you take their system. This is very obvious, guys. You know, obviously you're going to come across, you're going to learn their system, and then you're going to back test it like always. You guys always need to know that we are back testing. I want to refine that, ingrain that into your mind so that we always backtest any new system that we do come across, and we don't then live trade it until we have proven that it is in fact a profitable system. Now, this is a course. You could find a course from somebody. You could know somebody already in the system of trading or the game of trading, whatever you want to call it. You then take their profitable system and you simply try to mirror it. This is the easy way, but it is either the expensive way or the way that you already have friends in the game. So not so lucky for a lot of you guys here that either don't have friends already in here, like myself when I came across this way, or people who don't have a lot of extra money to spend on courses or mentorship, things like this. So that's no good. We don't want that one. The other option is learn the basics of what moves the market, right? So you have to find, okay, think about where are there going to be areas that there could be possible resistance? What's the logic behind why things are turning there? What are other people thinking? This way of finding a profitable system is incredibly difficult and time consuming. This is the very method that I went about things, found the core reasons behind why everything in the market worked, and then tried to figure it out logically based on what I think other people will be doing at certain points. For example, if I saw a pivot point where price then rejected off of, I would then assume that there was a lot of resting orders in that area. A lot of people were willing to buy or sell, changing the direction of the price, and then when it comes back to that place, it's going to be very likely that you're going to be able to reject right there again. And then we started learning about stop losses. We started learning about things where people are going to have their liquidity, where they're resting orders, and then we devise a strategy based off of making other people lose. Oh, it's beautiful. We make them lose to make us win. I love it. So the third way, guys, that I told you that this is a very unexpected, very beautiful thing that I've come across. It's actually losing your, well, what did I say there? Using your losers. Using your losers to your advantage. Oh my God, how are we going to use losers to our advantage? This is so beautiful because now I don't even care when I lose because I'm still creating new data, and it's something that I'm trading just naturally. I already have a profitable system, so that's kind of in the air there. You can't really use this way of trading unless unless you're already trading profitably. That's what I think. Otherwise, you're just kind of going around about things all crazy like and just losing money to try to find profitable systems. It doesn't work like this. Essentially, what we do is we find cases that made us lose. So what caused us to get stopped out in our profitable system? And I'm gonna give you guys an example here. This is what I've been playing with. If I were to enter a trade, I noticed that if the chart started coming back up into my correct direction and then it wicked out a certain area, then I would notice that it's very likely for that to come back down and hit my stop loss before continuing back in the actually correct direction. What do I mean by this? It's very confusing when I'm just talking about it, so let's dive into the charts here. And I'm gonna show you the exact way that I'm actually seeing a possible new profitable system that I'm gonna start experimenting with just based off of things that were stopping me out. And then we can use counter trades to make a profitable system because we were already then going to enter a trade, but then we saw something slightly different that affected it, and now we can trade a scalp in the other direction that would have hit our stop loss. So what we're essentially doing, oh, it's beautiful, is we're targeting our original stop loss. And this is the beauty of trading, because we're actually trying to screw ourselves over. We literally have made a system that is used to beat our profitable system. And that is the beauty, because you can make inception of trading all the way around. You can just keep beating yourself over and over and over until you find a super nested version, and you can get better and better over time because you know what beats you. Let's dive into the charts. Spin move. All right, guys, I found an example that is quite similar to what I've been kind of thinking up here, right? So let's say my strategy is looking for a strong V bottom momentum shift, something like this, and this is the origin of the move, and it brought us down here. We hunted some stops or something like that. I'm not going to go into huge detail here, guys. You can kind of watch my streams and whatnot and follow along if you do really want to learn more about how I'm trading. But this is just rough guidelines here, but I'm trying to prove a point. So the other way it comes back up, right? And I had found that generally what this is going to come back to do is it's going to come back and give a retrace, and then it's going to rally off, right? So this is a large portion of somewhat roughly of how I'm trading. You're looking for big old momentum shifts and whatnot, right? Now, the key factor that I noticed here was if I were to, say, enter a trade here and I put my stop there and then I targeted whatever, doesn't matter. I started noticing that depending on the reaction around this area, the trade would still work, but it would often come to the exact opposite side and give it another little hunt and stop out these orders before rallying back up, right? So this is an example where it's pretty obvious. It kind of just swept it, right? It gave it a little wick above and then rallied back to the other side. So instead of entering here, what I could do is I could notice that, hey, instead of longing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short scalp here because I know most likely it's going to hunt those stops, right? Hunt those stops, put my stop loss right around there. And then I can get this trade, plus I can wait for the hunt, and then it also continues that way. So instead of getting -1, what I would normally get, because I would get stopped out here, and then it would go in the right direction, right? I would then get 2.5, right, on that one. I would get that one right. And then this way, I would get this one right. And let's say, we got 3 or something like that. So I would now get like 5, let's say, R instead of losing 1, right? So hopefully that kind of clarifies. I put it in very rough terms, but what we're going to be looking for, guys, is look for what makes you stop out, because then you can create strategies based specifically to make your day bad. And that's what we want to do as traders, is learn what makes people have a bad day and then do it to them. All right, guys, that is my content. hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button or the like button if you're already subscribed. I have an Instagram if you do want to join on there. I'm starting to post a few more things on Instagram lately. And if you want to be part in the most woke trading community in the world, there's a link in the description for a Discord. See you guys next time.